Hello everybody, hey, hi, how you doing? Jay McCain here, coming to you with my extra week coffee for another episode of Coffee from Tea-Capistan. Today we are going to return to the Fortsen Georgia Sting, and we're going to watch that. So let's get to the good stuff, shall we? Before we do, please like, please subscribe for the algorithm, appreciate it. Alright, let's go.
This is the fetish guy with the boots.
Meanwhile, back at the house, Amanda, our decoy, is in place ready to invite our next guest inside.
All right, Amanda, this guy should be bringing riding boots for you to wear.
Using the screen name Gerald White 30627, this 31-year-old starts chatting with a...
Riding boots. Riding boots. Okay, let's see where this goes.
girl posing as a 15-year-old.
Gerald White. Is that his real last name?
He asks the decoy if she wears boots. The girl responds, "I wish I had some tall ones." Then Gerald White 30627 says, "Perhaps we could go boot shopping." The decoy types, "Wow, you mean for like the big ones?" Then he cuts to the chase and says, "I'm not going to avoid the subject. I would like to make love to you after we are done boot shopping. I have a serious fetish for boots." Gerald White later tells the decoy he's going to bring her a pair of boots. But as he...
A lot of boot talk in this. I'm a boot wearing man. I wear a lot of boots. I wear boots at work. I wear boots around. Boots. But nothing sexual. Nothing weird like that. Nothing bad here. Good conversation actually. Let's go to Jersey Mike's.
comes in the house, he's not carrying any.
Come on in, sweet tea.
Good.
I just gotta get these clothes out so they don't wrinkle. Did you bring the writing?
Dear God, he's just groaning. All right, come on in, have some sweet tea. Blah. I gotta put these clothes in the dryer so they don't wrinkle. Blah.
Boots?
That's hilarious. Let's hear that again.
Come on in, sweet tea.
Good.
What the
I just
fuck?
gotta get these clothes out so they don't wrinkle. Did you
What a fucking charmer, dude.
bring the riding boots?
Yes.
All
They're out in
right.
the car.
I can't wait to get my own pair.
So you have a little shopping day planned this afternoon?
Yep.
Yeah. And who are you taking shopping today?
Natasha.
Natasha.
Yes.
And how did you meet Natasha?
Met her online.
Online.
Yes.
And how old do you think Natasha is?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
No, sir. We never discussed.
You never discussed it. To refresh his memory, I read to him from his chat log.
I'm 15.
You don't have to go any further. I understand.
You talk about taking her out and buying her some boots.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
It's just shopping, period.
Shopping.
That's
Sorry, I was just thinking about Warhammer 40,000 Space Marines for some reason. I got a little bit lost there. All this boots talk.
You just found a 15-year-old girl online, decided you're going to buy her a pair of leather boots that you want her to wear 24 hours a day, you say right here?
You say right here?
What was your plan here today?
no plan whatsoever.
No plan whatsoever.
Just coming to talk and everything. Obviously, I need.
As the 31-year-old heads for the door, law enforcement moves into place, ready to take the man down as soon as he walks outside.
Get on the ground now! Get down!
Oh my God! Was that the Wilhelm scream? Ah!
Ground now! Get down!
Police arrest him and lead him away, clearing the front of the house so more suspects are free to come in.
Coming up, the Air Force, the Army, the National Guard. 3 military men come knocking at the door.
Married looking for fun. That's you, right?
And a
Oh boy! Someplace! Looking forward to that one.
confrontation brings one of them to his knees. When To Catch a Predator continues. Welcome back to our 6th investigation into online sex predators. This time we're in Harris County, a rural part of Georgia. And sad to say, among the surprises at the door are 3 military.
I'm curious to see, I wonder what the Dateline viewership numbers looked like on episodes with To Catch a Predator. Do you think their ratings went up for these?
Men, one formerly in the Air Force and 2 others who recently served in Iraq. Now they're under arrest and in the interrogation room with police. Again, Chris Hansen.
And their own personal Guantanamo Bay.
He's coming in.
Whether near a big city or a rural area like Harris County, Georgia, lines of potential predators find their way to our undercover houses. Meet 24-year-old Brian Lindsay, here because he was invited by a girl who said online she was 15.
I gotta throw my clothes in the wash, okay? I made you some tea, though.
Using the screen name BLindsay01, he describes how he wants to give the girl oral sex. He says, "I can't control my horny level." Then he says, "I want to blank your brains out. I can't help it." Now,
my horny level, it's over 9,000.
he's driven 2.5 hours to meet her.
Have some tea if you want some. It's sweet tea, is that okay?
Yeah, I already drank some on the way.
Did you find the place okay?
Yes, sir.
Would you have a seat right over there, please? What are you up to tonight?
Just driving around.
Just driving around?
Yes, sir.
And why is he just driving around? He says he's been away from Georgia for 2 years while serving in the United States Air Force, and he wanted to learn his way around again.
How is that lesson going for you tonight so far?
I looked up this guy's hat once. AMXS. He's some sort of Air Force mechanic group. Whatever you would call that. Air Force mechanics organization within the military. Anyway.
Too good.
Then he comes up with a completely different excuse.
What made you drive into this driveway and walk into this house?
I'm just asking for directions, like...
Oh, so you're lost?
Yes, sir.
But he drops that story as soon as I read to him from his chat log.
I take it you're a virgin.
No, sir.
Not you. I'm reading from the...
Forgot about this guy. This is a funny predator. I take it you're a virgin. No.
conversation between you and Natasha. You say to her, I take it you're a virgin. She says, no, but I'm no hoe. You talk about oral sex in great detail, how you like to do it.
Honestly, my intention was not to do anything like that because, hey, I know it's jailbait.
Jailbait.
24-year-old with a 15-year-old, that's jailbait. However, I do believe you can be friends with a 15-year-old and maybe go out and go bowling or something like that.
But that's not what you talk about here. You don't talk about going out bowling or just hanging out or mentoring this 15-year-old girl. You talk about having sex with her in great detail.
I will get on there and I will speak inappropriate. Sometimes people will just talk about that.
If you were here right now and wanted to, I would not deny you. I want to blank your brains out.
Yeah,
I can't help it.
There is...
I mean, is there any other meaning for that?
There's a difference, though, between wanting to and actually doing it.
It sounds like you sure wanted to, based upon this. I can't control my horny level. You see, during the conversation, you just masturbated twice, and it hasn't helped.
And I was lying.
You were lying then, or you're lying now?
I was lying then. I mean, granted, yes, it's my fault, but did I actually fall into a trap?
Well, I'll tell you exactly what happened. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet teens on the internet and then try to meet them.
Yes, sir.
Now, everything you've just said has been recorded with our hidden cameras from the moment you pulled into the driveway.
All I explained was did not come here with the intention of having sex. I came here with the intention of hanging out, doing, talking a little bit, maybe go bowling, maybe shoot some pool or something.
Well, Brian, what should happen to you?
Well, honestly, with this, I think I should just be allowed to just go home.
Like nothing ever happened.
Honestly, with this, I think I should be allowed to just go home.
No, sir. Go home. Just take it as a lesson learned, not to do it again.
No such luck. Like all the other men
Oh, Ron Knight came in and really kicked him out.
who show up at this house, he gets arrested. While this former military man talked even after he knew he
Look at that quiet takedown. They must have had another pred showing up at that moment.
was being recorded, the next man, currently a soldier, doesn't stay long enough to find out he's on national television.
Hey, I just gotta put this in the washer. Come on in.
He's 27-year-old Marshall Gertman, a first lieutenant in the National Guard who served a year in Iraq.
First lieutenant. Wow, we got an officer. But not a gentleman.
He's been chatting with a decoy posing as a 15-year-old. Using the screen name High Excitement, he sends the girl a link for her to view pornographic pictures and asks her, "What do you think?" And then asks, "Do you like it?" Later, he makes plans to come over and go skinny dipping.
Hey, just have a seat. If I don't put this stuff in right away, it gets all wrinkled.
Okay.
You can just take a seat. I'll be right there. I take laundry.
As he's walking in, he seems to spot our crew.
You leaving?
And takes off.
Cheers, officer. Get your hands up. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. There.
Yes, sir.
Do not move.
While he never tells us his side of the story, as you'll hear later, he speaks at length to investigators.
I mean, you brought up the fact of going skinny dipping in the swimming pool with a 15-year-old girl.
Yes, sir.
Back at the house, here comes another soldier, an Army Staff Sergeant.
Here we go. Look at that shiny red truck. That is unmistakable. Unmistakable who that is.
Who served a tour in Iraq, 33-year-old Rolando Restacruz.
Hey, come on in.
Online, he calls himself Married and Looking for Fun 31313. He's been chatting for 3 weeks with Bedhead Red, a decoy who told him she was a 14-year-old virgin. He tells the girl when he first gets to her house they can take a shower together.
Restacruz's chat log is out of control too. And of course he's a shower pred.
I will undress you, and you will undress me, okay? The decoy says, okay.
Please.
Then he says, I will have to get some lubricant, too. For a virgin to have sex, it hurts, so it's better if I put some extra lubricant. He also promises to bring her beer, a webcam, and sexy lingerie. But as he walks into the house, he doesn't appear to be carrying any presents. Could they be in his truck? More on that later.
I made some sweet tea. It's on the table. I just gotta put this stuff in the washer real quick.
A little iced tea?
Oh, how you doing, sir?
Good. How much have a seat? What are you doing here today?
Sir, I wasn't going to do anything, I swear.
You weren't going to do
No.
anything?
No.
Well, who were you here to see?
I was going to meet her. That's it.
Meet who?
Your daughter.
My daughter?
Yes.
What makes you think it's my daughter?
He never answers that question. Instead, he says,
Sir, I don't want you to destroy my life.
Clear you're a therapist.
Well, you made the decision to walk in here.
I know, sir, but I wasn't going to do anything, I swear.
That's not what it sounds like in this chat log.
Yes, I was just fooling around, sir.
Damn, you're very sexy. You have a boyfriend?
I know, sir. Sorry. Sorry, please.
So you ever been with an old guy before? No, I need you to stay in the chair, please. Sit down, please.
Please, sir.
He refuses to sit in the chair. To be certain we have the right man, I ask him about the chat log.
Married looking for fun, that's you, right?
Yes, sir.
For a virgin to have sex, it hurts, so it's better if I put some extra lubricant.
I wasn't going to do anything, I swear. I was going to just tell you that I cannot do it.
Well, that's not consistent with what's here, page after page after page.
I was coming straight up.
You were going to tell her what? That all this sex talk was just play
No,
and...
that I wasn't going to do it. I have a daughter. She's my stepdaughter.
How old is she?
17.
What do you think your stepdaughter would think about this?
Oh, she will kill me.
Your ex-wife, what is she going to think about this?
She will kill me too.
While on his knees, the 33-year-old appears to try to bargain with us.
I will never do it again, never. I swear. Just don't destroy my career. I'm gonna get counseling, I swear.
Counseling?
Yes.
Do you often chat with teenage girls on the internet?
No, it was the first time.
Why even enter into this discussion with somebody who says they're 14?
Sir, please.
On his knees, he seems a sad character. But this is the same man who chatted online for more than 3 weeks, typing well over 50 pages of chat log, saying things to a girl he thought was 14, like, remember, sex is a little nasty. I don't want your dad to find stuff in his bed.
Rolando,
Well, that's nice.
what should happen to you?
I don't know. I mean,
Don't you see something wrong with a grown adult, a sergeant in the Army, coming over to meet a 14-year-old girl?
I will get counseling, sir, I swear.
Why should I believe that?
I promise you, with my life.
But what happens to him legally is not up to me. His sexual online chat with someone he thought was 14 is enough to get him charged with a felony.
Do you ever watch television?
Yes, sir.
Do you ever watch Dateline NBC?
Yeah, about the cops and everything, I know.
You ever see the Catch a Predator show?
Oh, I didn't even realize that Rusty Cruz was a fan of the show.
Yes, I'm not a predator, sir, I swear.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story. Now, if there's anything else you'd like to say,
Sir, please.
we'd like to hear it.
Sir,
Otherwise,
please.
you're free to walk right onto this house.
No, sir, can I go?
Yes, absolutely.
The soldier is free to leave, but remains kneeling, perhaps because he knows what will happen next.
It dawns on me that he's in the POW position right now. In a way, I have caught this war criminal, and he is subject to my mercy. But there's no Geneva Convention where he's going.
Eventually, he gets up and, with his head hanging low, heads for the front door. But he's not on his feet for long. The tears keep flowing as the police arrest him, but his sob story may seem less convincing once we show you what the police find in his truck.
Oh boy.
Gifts he brought for a 14-year-old.
Astroglide, is that some kind of sexual lubricant?
Yes, sir.
You brought that with you?
Yes, sir.
How about panties and a camisole?
Yes, sir.
And what about the other soldier who served time in Iraq? Things get tough for him inside the interrogation room.
Provided a 15-year-old child with a pornographic website. Yes, sir. This could cost you a military career.
When To Catch a Predator continues.
Let's see. Watch the end of that interview, maybe?
I'm Chief Wade with Harris County
Yeah,
Sheriff's
let's keep
Department.
watching.
Your name is Rolando Restacruz?
Yes, sir.
Rolando is the 33-year-old Army staff sergeant who kneeled in our kitchen and told a sob story. But if he never intended to do anything wrong, how would he explain what investigators find in his truck?
Is all this stuff in the vehicle?
Cocaine!
Yes, sir.
How about Trojan? Is that Trojan condoms?
Yes, sir.
So you brought condoms with you?
Yes, sir.
How about Astroglide? Is that some kind of sexual lubricant?
Yes, sir.
You brought that with you? How about panties and a camisole?
Yes, sir.
The webcam?
What the fuck is a camisole anyway?
Did you buy the webcam?
Yes, sir.
Why did you bring it with you?
Because I promised her that I was going to give her one.
It was all there in the chat logs that Perverted Justice provided to law enforcement. Remember, his screen name is Married and Looking for Fun 31313.
Does the screen name Bedhead Red 14 ring a bell with you?
That's Whitney.
That's Whitney. And Whitney, you believe to be a 14-year-old girl, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yesterday, around 6:56, you told her after some chat, I want you in my chest after we do it all night sleeping together. Is that you? Okay. Then you say, I love you, baby. And then you say, I want to be your loving husband forever. And you're nodding your head yes? Okay. Down a little bit further, Married and Looking for Fun says, we will have to hide your real age. You remember typing that? You're nodding your head yes? Okay.
He doesn't deny a thing. Investigators complete the interrogation and the soldier is taken to the county jail,
Look to your left for me.
where officers take his mugshot, fingerprints, and place him in a cell. 2 days later,
Rolando Restacruz.
he goes before a judge.
Mr. Restacruz, you're charged with criminal attempt child molestation.
There's another YouTuber. Hey, I'm gonna pull my cam down for a second. Nathan NPC commented on this shot. And, about how it looks like something from a Stanley Kubrick movie. Just like the empty room, the prison pajamas, and the giant television screen all come together to create a rather unsettling image.
The felony, it carries a penalty of 1 to 20 years.
And bail is set.
All right, on the criminal attempt child molestation, I'm going to set a $15,000 bond.
He wasn't the only military man caught in our sting, but this other soldier's memory isn't as clear. Remember First Lieutenant Marshall Gertman? He made plans to meet a girl he thought was 15.
Honestly, I couldn't remember her age. She only told me that one time. I knew she was probably underage just by the way we were talking. Bad judgment call to keep talking to her.
Well, you know, first lieutenants don't make bad judgment calls.
Hey,
not.
I think first lieutenants actually often do make bad judgment calls.
Always.
Not always.
But he insists he had no plans for sex with the young teen.
Honestly, no, I would never let myself do that.
Well, you let yourself internet chat with a 15-year-old?
Yes, sir. I know.
You let yourself show up.
You let yourself come over to a house where there was only a 15-year-old in it?
Yes, sir, I know.
And you expect me to believe that you didn't expect to get laid while you were here?
Sir, no, I don't expect you to believe it, no. But knowing myself, no, I wouldn't let it go that far, to that extent, sir.
He did allow himself to send a girl he thought was underage a link to a pornographic website.
So you provided a 15-year-old child with a pornographic website that she could go to?
Yes, sir.
Why would you do that?
I don't really have a good explanation of why.
What's really sad, Marshall, is this could cost you a military career.
I know that, sir.
He's taken away and processed like all the other men caught in our investigation. A total of 20 men showed up at our house in Fortsen, Georgia. All 20 were arrested and booked by Harris County Sheriff Mike Jolly and his team.
All right, we're going to leave it on Mike Jolly there. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me when I see those little likes. That makes me feel happy. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? I get more views than I have subscribers. So if you're watching every day, hit that subscribe button. And go ahead and leave a comment for the algorithm. Just say hi, say anything. That engagement helps me, helps the video get sent to other people. I also do want to mention I have a Patreon. There's tons of content, full police interrogation videos on the Patreon, link to that below. Yeah, please like and subscribe. I went through please, I really came all this way for nothing other than to tell you to like, subscribe, and comment for the algorithm. Alright, thank you, Rolando. I think you're a little busy right now. So, on that note, I've been Jay McCain, mind, body, spirit, harmonious resonance, be where your feet are, and of course, as always, stay watermelon forever.